What is going on, guys? 7-1 Wolves, some Legends here, back with another top 10, back with another year-end list for y'all today. Yes, we've got time with the year-end videos. And as for today's video, I'm not going to talk about my top 10 first-time TV shows / seasons of 2024. I'm going to take every season of television and all the shows I watched for the first time this year, and rank them as how I would rank all those seasons. I think last year I did like a top 20, and I definitely debated doing top 20 again, but I think it makes sense to actually just do it and just a top 10 this year. But this is the ones I watched this year. I will leave a link down to all the shows I've watched down below. But already, as I was saying, I'm just going to look at every show I watched this year, so that's how I would rank all of them, how I would how much I enjoyed all the seasons, from what seasons, right, from the quality of character, direction, all that stuff. Just, what do you expect? Again, I have seen some 2024 shows this year. Some of them are mostly on this list. So, enough being a brush. Let's get to talk about what I think the best TV shows seasons first time watches I watched in 2024. Before we get to the actual list, let's get into the honorable mentions. And they are: first off is Very Odd Parents: A New Wish. Probably the most surprising show this year. Very Odd Parents: A New Wish. Probably the most surprising show to come out in 2024. I'm pretty sure nobody special gives one, but this might be in the best season of Very Odd Parents. I'm still debating now with the first 3 seasons, but it's definitely up there, that's for sure. Kind of reminds you why the show was good in the first place. Then you have Fallout, another great viewing meditation, and comes from someone who has never played Fallout games, but does have knowledge of them because my brother used to play them. Still a great series. It proves that video games should be adaptations. I debate whether I want to include anime or reality shows, but I decided to include them on this list. At least the seasons I watched. First, we have Clannad, one of the most beautiful romantic animes you'll ever come across for a good reason. Season 22 of Hell's Kitchen, which I think is one of the best seasons of Hell's Kitchen. I think it was close to top 5 if I remember correctly. And Season 2 of The Traders USA. Incredible gameplay moments, some really shocking moments. Like, cannot wait for Season 3 coming next year. Then we have Season 1 of Supernatural. On this list, again, I've not fully finished watching the shows, and I think if I want Season 1 is I'm villainous. But Season 1 is definitely, but so far, I'm really into the show, and I'm excited to watch the rest of the show starting next year. Then we have Frasier. I watched, the entirety of the show. I'm talking about the original show. I watched all 11 seasons. And I also include, like, the new one as well. Again, like, Cheers is very consistent. I probably preferred Cheers a little bit, but Frasier is still a great show. X-Men 97. As someone who's not too familiar with the original anime show, this one really surprised me how much I loved it. Definitely some questionable decisions in some areas, but otherwise, really great show. Then we have Shameless. Like, to be honest, if it was in fact the show kind of shit the bed in the last couple seasons, it probably would have made top 10 easily. Like, I can see why this show is very beloved for the first 4 seasons. Season 4 especially being one of my new favorite seasons of television ever. But it's one of the shows that kind of just goes on too long, honestly. Like, Season 5 and 8 was still pretty good, and Season 9 was okay, but Season 10 and 11, pretty bad. And the show that just ended up missing the list, the originals. I also did watch The Vampire Diaries. I mean, the show was a little too inconsistent to not be on the list, but the originals is definitely more consistent. With Season 3 being one of the best seasons of television ever, I think the show seasons are a little more consistent, but I'm happy I finally watched the show, and I'm interested to see how Legacy ends up kind of ending this year in the first, because I do plan on watching that show next year. Anyways, all that being said, let's get into ranking my favorite shows. Talking about my favorite shows of 2024. With number 10, going to Invincible Season 2. And about time we finally got this season. And it delivered. I think it's honestly a lot better Season 2, honestly, because at least it fixed a couple of the issues I had Season 1, mainly Amber. And it delivers a lot on the great action, it has great animation, really dives a lot deep into a lot of these emotions of these characters, which really hits like a ton of bricks. Has that crazy insane action that you expect. It's basically what you expect Season 1, just on a lot more grand scale. And it truly delivers on that front greatly. And now number 9, we get to one of the best rom-coms any involving romantic comedy I've seen in quite a while, and that is a Nobody Wants This. Like, it's definitely a show that kind of what you expect from romantic comedy, but in the best possible way. It's one of those shows that doesn't really change the genre or anything, but it still does it in a very own unique way. And a lot of that thanks is to the amazing chemistry between Kristen Bell and Adam Brody, and just show that it's just consistently hilarious throughout. And mind you, it's refreshing to see a romantic comedy that with relationships actually is very healthy and not toxic. Because we've seen a lot of type of shows that talk about toxic relationships, and well, I also don't mind that. It's kind of refreshing to see a show that actually focuses on healthy relationships. I guess that's kind of what makes it stand out, while having really great supporting cast as well, and being just consistently hilarious throughout. And then the show's on Netflix, so you guys want to check this out. I do recommend it, and I cannot wait for season 2. And now number 8, we get to the first 2 anime shows I watched at the beginning of the year, shows I never actually heard about, but I watched it because my fellow YouTuber friend Space Ninja, who, you guys not sure this guy, what the hell are you doing? What is his best shows of 2022 list? He put this and another anime you'll see on this list, on his list. And so I'm going to talk about Pluto, which show that I never really heard about, and it's actually an 8-episode show. And yeah, I would say just watch it. It's one of those shows that I really don't know much about it, and I do recommend it. And now at number 7 and number 6, we get to my favorite season of Survivor and my favorite season of Big Brother of this year. Again, my top 10 was definitely a little flip-floppy of when I wanted to rank these shows, because all these shows are pretty much like perfection in my eyes, honestly. One of the shows are pretty much just incredible stuff, so it was definitely a very up and down to talk about. But and then today we get to my favorite season of Survivor this year, and that is Australian Survivor Titans vs. Rebels, which as of right now is actually my favorite international season, and in my top 3 favorite seasons of Survivor, period. Again, it's just, which theoretically I think it should be a lot higher, but considering the other shows I watched this year, and I think it's better for number 7, but this is probably definitely one of my favorite seasons of Survivor ever. Proving that Australian Survivor really is actually somehow better than US Survivor, which I never thought I'd say that. But managed to deliver with an incredible cast, incredible characters, having a lot more of a balanced edit, not going for a lot of the big twists and a lot of stuff that you expect from Australian Survivor. Just having this season where you get some of the best moves of all time and some of the worst moves of all time. Some of the best plays of all time and some of the worst plays of all time. And it all balanced out, make for a season that you never know what is going to happen. You never know who's going to vote out. You never know what is going to happen. Crazy vote out after crazy vote out. Crazy move after crazy move. Like, oh my god. Oh my god. And honestly, I cannot wait to see. And I know we actually get 2 Australian Survivor seasons next year. Where I know we get Australian Survivor vs. the World. And also another brand for the Run season. Let's hope it's just as good as first one. Just, not as a train wreck, but we'll see. And then we get to my favorite Big Brother season of the year at number 6, which is Big Brother 26. A season that shocked me at how good it was. It's by a landslide the best season of Big Brother since Big Brother, at least Big Brother US since Big Brother 20, because Canada has that. It's a pretty good season with 9, 10, and 12, but 26 in terms of US is the best season since 20. Since 21 was not good, 22 was terrible, 23 was decent, 24 was decent, 25 was decent, but definitely had a lot of problems. This is probably the most consistently good season Big Brother US has been since season 20. 22, it definitely has a really interesting cast that's very up and down in quality, but you're still fascinated by a lot of the crazy stuff that happens in this season. You get some of the most shocking, insane moves out there. I think the arena really adds a lot to this season. I think you get some of the most surprising competition results where you actually a little more balanced competitions, which is pretty impressive and amazing, by the way, and so refreshing. So yeah, you get so much back and forth on this season. Season where and proves that Big Brother being chaotic is the best kind of Big Brother. Yeah, easy at top 5 season Big Brother, in the top 4 honestly. But it definitely depends on what that Big Brother US actually might be going to do pretty well for itself. Just get your second chance season and we're all good. Now top 5 or number 5 we get to Superman and Lois season 4. the 4th season of Superman and Lois, which officially ends like the DCCW era, and ends it perfectly. And being a short season definitely helps a lot. The pacing and the story they want to tell here. And you get so many incredible character moments. Some of the best like Superman moments in any form of media. Some of the best moments of Lois Lane. And some pretty emotional surprising moments. Some top-notch acting as well. Mike Rizzo's picture was great as well. Doomsday is easiest best picture ever. You get some incredible action set pieces and all around a beautiful finale. And then we get to the number 4, we get to the other show I mentioned that for this person just said you watch, and in fact the show actually was his favorite last year, and that's Blue Eye Samurai. And yeah, I can see why. One of the most beautiful, just uniquely told shows you will ever come across. I would say just watch for yourself. Now number 3 we have The Penguin, which is finally a show that's set in the Robert Pattinson Batman DC universe, and holy shit, did they deliver on the greatness of that movie. Pretty much portraying a villain done greatly. Colin Farrell is amazing. All the other characters are great. It's one of those shows that's very just unpredictable, where you just never really know what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna come off these characters. Find out really good action set pieces, some really emotional, devastating moments, and then behind that's basically just kiss. Yeah, bring this on, guys. Bring on more of this universe, please, guys. Give me more. And now number 2, we get the best first-time show I've watched this year, and that is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. One show that doesn't reach the consistency of the previous seasons we talked about, mostly because it's Ender. It's a show where the highs are good enough to what ends up being number 2 on this list. Again, I watched Buffy for the first time this year. It's crazy I never watched the show till now, because, yeah, I don't think I need to say more. It's definitely a show that was not the 100% most consistent show in the world. It's a show where the highs are super high and the characters are super incredible. Alexander. This show ends up being towards number 2, having some of the most powerful moments and some of the most incredible action set pieces. I can see why the show ended up being as popular as it was. It's crazy it took me so long to watch it now, but I'm happy I did. But without a shadow of doubt, my favorite show I watched this year, 2024, is Arcane Season 2. Wow, what a season. Now, I slightly prefer Season 1 of Arcane, mostly because I think the only issue with the season is that the pace is way too fast at times. But it's one of the shows where even despite that issue, they still managed to hit all of the emotions super well. It pretty much takes everything you love Season 1 and it's just, wow. Arcane has really come on my new favorite shows after this season. I've already loved Season 1 and how I rewatched it before Season 2, and it just got so much. It's one of the shows I feel is going to get so much better with time. I mean, it's already incredible. Probably from a visual anime level, a character level. Jinx is one of my new favorite characters of all time. The emotions, the complexity, this is why I love storytelling, is what I'm saying. So yeah, Arcane, in my opinion, is number 1. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed me discussing my favorite first-time TV shows of the year. I would love to know down, I would love to know down below what are your favorite shows you've seen this year so far. I would love to know down in the comment section. And of course, I do plan to do my favorite movies of the year so far. And you can follow my TikTok and also the shorts if you guys want to find out what are my most disappointing movies of the year, my most underrated movies of the year, most surprising, and the worst. We'll share both of those things out if you guys want to know what I would find to be on that list. And also, if you want to know what my favorite video games of the year, you can check that out as well. I am Sim One World, Sim One Possessions. I will see you guys next time. As always, stay cool, everybody. Peace.